The 2014 Porsche 918 Spyder. When Porsche unveiled the 918 Spyder concept at the 2010 Geneva Motor Show, we were all in amazement. Within that amazement was a sense of pessimism, as we were unsure exactly how this future successor to the Carrera GT would look and run in the real world. We all know that manufacturers have a habit of overestimating its cars at these shows, to put it nicely. After more than 3 years, the 918 Spyder ended its testing phase and is ready for its world debut at the 2013 Frankfurt Motor Show. The 918 has made many passes around the green hell, thrashing its predecessor's time in the process. All of these laps around the famed Nürburgring and at Porsche's test facilities have given the automaker enough details to allow it to piece together all of its specs. So, is the 918 Spyder everything it has been hyped up to be? Updated 7 July 2016, Porsche dropped a new video of the 918 Spyder showing the hybrid supercar in action at the 2016 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Hit play to watch it. Click past the jump to read our review and find out. Exterior. The 918 Spyder is built on a carbon fiber reinforced plastics CFRP monocoque that is interlocked with a CFRP unit carrier. This provides great stability with lightweight construction, and also provides plenty of protection for the folks in its cabin. On the outside, you see plenty of Porsche's trademark characteristics. It boasts a sloped nose, along with a sleek roofline that tapers all the way down to the rear end. Speaking of the roofline, a two-piece Targa top graces this roof, giving you the opportunity to drive in the open air. What makes the 918 Spyder special is where Porsche strayed from its typical styling. Up front, you get shapelier headlights than you will see on the rest of its lineup. The front fenders are also far less bulging than on the other models in its line. Just in front of the rear wheels, Porsche fitted the engine's main air intakes. These massive canyons in the rear fenders should be more than up to the responsibility of feeding life-giving O2 to the V8 monster residing under the chicken wire-style cage on the rear of the 918 Spyder. On the back side of the 918 Spyder, there's a massive dual-pedestal spoiler to add a little extra downforce. The one styling cue that the 918 Spyder takes from the rest of the Porsche lineup is its taillights. If you look close enough at the 918's taillights, you may even see the soul of the 911 still floating around in them. Just below these taillights rest a pair of air vents, which we can only chalk up as heat extractors, as there is no way they can be designed to take in air. An interesting change from conception to production is the axing of the side exit exhaust that everyone, including us, thought was flat out badass, and moving the exits to the top of the car, on pipe behind each seat. This offers up several little-known benefits. First of all, this more than shortens the traveling distance from the cylinder heads to the exhaust tips, allowing the exhaust to escape more quickly. Secondly, putting the exhaust exits right behind the seats also makes the sweet noise of the exhaust a little more audible inside the cabin. Lastly, it helps lower the temperature in the engine compartment. At the base of the rear fascia, Porsche fitted a relatively huge diffuser. This should provide plenty of additional downward force and keep the fatter rear end from jiggling around too much at high speeds. In terms of its footprint, the 918 Spyder measures in at 4,643 mm 182.79 inches long by 1,940 mm 76.37 inches wide by 1,167 mm 45.94 inches tall, and it has a 2,730 mm 107.48 inch wheelbase. The 918 Spyder's front track measures in at 1,664 mm 65.51 inches, and its rear track measures 1,612 mm 63.46 inches. For those that aren't familiar with track width, this is the gap between the centermost points of each tire. Exterior specifications. Interior. The interior is all about offering the driver a great driving experience. There is an ultra-modern center console that looks like something out of a futuristic movie and a trio of rounded, standalone gauges. It is divided into two basic areas, one holding the controls that are important for driving and grouped around the multifunction steering wheel, and the infotainment block that is housed in the lifted center console. The interior will offer a black and silver color combination with green contrasting piping on the door panels. Oakland Raider and Seattle Seahawk fans rejoice, the 918 Spyder will match your garb during the football season. The 918 Spyder will feature a soft-touch interior, leaving all of that ugly hard plastic to lesser-quality cars. Also included will be a 3-spoke, multifunction sports steering wheel and sport seats wrapped in leather. That's pretty much all of the stuff you expect from a Porsche. For those audiophiles out there, Porsche is catering to you too. This supercar features a Burmester 11-speaker audio system. Additionally, Porsche Car Connect allows you to connect to the 918's hybrid system remotely. Additionally, the 918 Spyder offers up 110 liters (3.8 cubic feet) of luggage space, so you can carry along a small bag. Engine and drivetrain. Now we can talk about the single most awesome part of the 918 Spyder, its engine and drivetrain. It all starts with a 4.6-liter V8 engine strapped in behind the seats. In order to keep things as light as possible, Porsche fitted the 918 Spyder's engine with titanium connecting rods, thin wall, low-pressure casting on the crankcase and the cylinder heads, a high-strength, lightweight steel crankshaft, and an extremely thin-walled, alloy steel exhaust system. Keeping the engine properly lubricated is a dry sump lubrication system with a separate oil tank and oil extraction. Adding to the weight savings, Porsche fabricated the 4 oil extraction pumps out of plastic. That's a little scary of a trade-off in our opinion, but every ounce counts. All of this technology pushes this V8 to an impressive 608 horsepower at 8,500 revolutions per minute and 530 Newton-meters (391 foot-pounds) of torque. That power is stout to say the least, but the 918 Spyder goes beyond that by adding a 115 kilowatts 154 horsepower electric motor to power the rear axle and a 95 kilowatts 127 horsepower electric motor on the front axle. This combines for a total of 887 mind-blowing horsepower and a peak torque rating of 1,275 Newton-meters (940 pound-feet) with over 800 Newton-meters (590 pound-feet) available from just 800 revolutions per minute. Linked up to this complex mashup of gasoline and electric power in the back end is Porsche's beautiful piece of engineering called the Doppelkupplungsgetriebe. We know it better as the PDK. The PDK only connects to the engine and the rear electric motor. The front motors have a separate gearbox that disconnects the front motors after the car hits 235 km per hour, 146 miles per hour. The driveline is also very tunable on the fly, as you have 5 different modes to select from that are optimized for certain situations. E-Power mode is a full electric mode that is nearly silent and acts as the default setting. This allows you 25 kilometers (15 miles) of electric-only driving before the engine is forced into action because of depleted batteries. Additionally, you get a kick-down function, which means that if you hammer on the throttle, the gasoline engine kicks in to help out. The second mode is hybrid, which combines the gasoline and electric power in the most efficient way to maximize fuel economy. Next up is the Sport Hybrid mode, which uses primarily the gasoline engine, but the electric motors kick in like an electric turbo to increase performance when you nail the throttle. Next there is the Race Hybrid. In this mode, you mostly use the gasoline engine, but the electric motors are set to full power and add in boost as needed. In this mode, the gasoline engine also charges the batteries more aggressively, which leads to huge fluctuation in battery charge while driving in this mode. The final mode is Hot Lap. In this mode there is an additional button that releases the final reserves of the 918 Spyder and that pushes the traction battery to its maximum power output limits for a few fast laps. This mode uses all of the available energy in the battery. All of this crazy technology amounts out to mammoth performance potential with great fuel economy. The 918 Spyder can hit a top speed in excess of 340 km per hour, 211 miles per hour, with the gasoline engine and electric motors working together. In e-Power mode, the 918 Spyder can hit a top speed of 150 km per hour, 93 miles per hour. In acceleration, the 918 Spyder is literally insane, as it hits 100 km per hour, 62 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds, 200 km per hour, 124 miles per hour in just 7.9 seconds, and reaches 300 km per hour, 186 miles per hour in 23 seconds. To lend a little more credence to the 918 Spyder's performance credentials, Porsche took the new hybrid supercar to Nürburgring and smashed the OEM spec, road-going lap record with a 6:57 run. With the Weissach package in tow, the 918 Spyder becomes even more of a rocket ship, as it sprints to 100 km per hour, 62 miles per hour in just 2.6 seconds, to 200 km per hour, 124 miles per hour in 7.2 seconds, and to 300 km per hour, 186 miles per hour in 19.9 seconds. For you green thumbs, with only the two electric motors powering the 918, it hits 100 km per hour, 62 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds with zero emissions. Now, we know that anyone looking to buy this car is looking for pure performance, and fuel economy and emissions are an afterthought. Well, just so your conscience remains clear, the 918 Spyder boasts an astounding estimated fuel economy rating of 3.3 L per 100 km, 85 mpg rating, and an equally mind-blowing 79 grams per kilometer CO2 emission rating. To say the 918 Spyder is amazing is the understatement of the year. Engine and driveline specifications. Suspension and braking. Porsche installed its PASM suspension system under the 918 Spyder, which is an adaptive shock absorber system that automatically adjusts the shocks for varying road conditions and driving styles. Also included is a rear axle steering system, which steers the rear wheels in the opposite direction at low speeds for more precise turning. At high speed, the rear wheels turn the same way, which helps to lower the pushing that the rear end does when changing lanes too quickly. Now, we're not talking about full-on turned rear wheels, just small degrees. Up front, you get a double wishbone setup, and on the rear, you get a multi-link setup. In addition to the PASM, you also get a lift system on the front end to avoid hitting curbs and other low-lying obstacles. Outside of the suspension system, you have a high-performance hybrid brake system with adaptive recuperation braking system. Included in the standard 918 Spyder is Porsche's famed ceramic brake discs, otherwise known as PCCB. The front rotors measure in at 410 mm (16.14 inches) by 36 mm (1.41 inches) and are cross-drilled and slotted. The rear rotors are also cross-drilled and slotted, and measure in at 390 mm (15.35 inches) by 32 mm (1.26 inches). With this supercar keeping its center of gravity so low for optimal handling, you may have issues getting up ramps without causing damage. To help in these situations, Porsche installed a lift system that raises the 918 by 1.1 inches at speeds up to 31 miles per hour. Just outside of the brakes, you get 9.5J X20 front rims wrapped in 265 35 ZR20 rubber and 12.5J X21 rear rims wrapped in 325 30 ZR21 rubber. The magnesium wheel upgrade comes as part of the Weissach package. Handling and suspension specs. The Weissach package. The Weissach package has been a hot topic when discussing the future of the 918 Spyder. This package shaves 77 pounds off of the supercar's overall weight to help maximize its power-to-weight ratio. Additionally, this package adds in a carbon fiber roof, rear wing, side view mirrors and windshield surround. On the inside, the Weissach package adds in carbon fiber trimming, and an Alcantara-covered steering wheel, and center console. For those that want a little something extra on the outside, the Weissach package also has two optional liveries. First is the notorious Martini Racing livery, which first saw use in 1969, and is one of the most recognizable Porsche racing liveries. The second optional livery is the Salzburg Racing design, which combines red stripes over a white body to give the 918 the look of the fastest Porsche racecar of all time, the 917. Pricing. The Porsche 918 Spyder will be priced at €781,155 in Europe and $845,000 in the US for the base model. For a grand total of $929,000, an $84,000 bump, you can add in the weight savings package known as the Weissach package on US spec models. In Europe, the 918 Spyder with the Weissach package comes in at €853,155. Only 918 examples will be built. Befitting its status as Porsche's ultimate supercar, acquiring the 918 Spyder will be a little more complicated than most standard Porsche models. First of all, there's that all-important matter of having $845,000 plus at your disposal. When you've settled that, you need to find an authorized Porsche dealer. By authorized, we mean those that have signed a participation agreement with the company, that can process your order. Once you've found that dealership, they will be the ones to pass along an order to Porsche where they are obligated to submit an allocation request form. Once submitted, the dealership will have to wait for a reply from Porsche, with the latter telling the former if they can order one. When that happens, the dealer will have to submit $200,000 as down payment for the order. Porsche will then respond with its own confirmation letter and an estimated time frame for production. Then, a year before the car's production date, the buyer will have to fork over another $200,000 with the remaining balance of $445,000 set to be paid when the car is built. Owners will have to settle all the payments before the company ships the 918 Spyder. And why exactly is Porsche making its potential buyers jump through 12.5 flaming hoops, while an archer launches flaming arrows at the buyers? Well, because Porsche is too damn smart to build 918 nearly $1 million cars based purely on interest. They are making you pay $400,000 before they even pick up a body panel on your 918 Spyder. That's just another example of the brilliant insanity that drives Volkswagen and Porsche. Oh, and by the way, the 918 Spyder is already sold out, so even if you had the cash to get one, you are going to have to wait until one hits the used market and likely pay much more than the original buyer did. Competition. 2014 McLaren P1. When the 918 Spyder first started testing, we were unsure where it would receive competition from, but McLaren was quick to pop in with its P1. With an 800 horsepower, 3.8-liter V8 engine and an electric motor in tow, this supercar pumps out 903 horsepower and 1,100 pound-feet of torque. With this much power, the P1 hits a top speed of 217 miles per hour and sprints to 60 miles per hour in just 2.7 seconds. With a $1.15 million price tag, it does check in a lot pricier than the 918. Read our full review of the McLaren P1 here. 2014 Ferrari LaFerrari. The LaFerrari is super sexy and a mighty foe with its 963 total horsepower. With its V12 engine and a pair of electric motors, this powerful prancing horse can hit a top speed of 217 miles per hour and 62 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. Like the P1, the LaFerrari is certainly more powerful than the 918, but its price tag will likely be well over the 918's price. Read our full review of the Ferrari LaFerrari here. Conclusion. To say that we are a tad bit excited about the 918 Spyder is certainly an understatement. Its combination of power, speed, fuel economy and low emissions is a modern marvel. Its price, on the other hand, is a deterrent, though it certainly didn't deter it from selling out in short order. Love it 887 horsepower huge MPG and low emissions awesome styling. Leave it few, maybe over $900,000 when all said and done. We are a little skeptical of Porsche's testing numbers. That buying process. Oh my, Evo Diaries reviews the Porsche 918 Spyder prototype. Update history. Updated May 16, 2013, Porsche revealed today new images and details on the 918 Spyder, a supercar that combines pedigree motor racing technology with excellent everyday utility, and maximum performance with minimum consumption. Updated June 19, 2013, Porsche unveiled a new video showing the upcoming 918 Spyder testing in the Valley of Fire outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. Enjoy. Updated 1 July 2013, Porsche USA launched a microsite for the upcoming 918 Spyder. Go online and learn everything you need to know on the supercar set to go on sale this September. Updated 2 July 2013, in the past few weeks, Porsche took two 918 Spyder prototypes on a tour through the Middle East. During the 52-day-long tour, this pair of supercars visited 6 countries and Porsche released the Meet the Prototype video today, which summarizes the tour. Enjoy! Updated July 15, 2013, the 918 Spyder made an appearance at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. Additionally, Porsche also released some new numbers on the 918 Spyder, including its official acceleration times, top speed, curb weight and more. Updated August 16, 2013, Porsche just tweeted an image of the latest production version of the 918 Spyder. You can see the new image above. Updated 9 September 2013, the production version 918 Spyder finally made its world debut at the 2013 Frankfurt Motor Show, and for the first time, we can see the supercar in the flesh. Check out the new pictures in the picture gallery. Update 10 September 2013, Porsche debuted the 918 at the Frankfurt Motor Show by announcing that it crushed the 4-year-old OEM spec, road legal lap record at Nürburgring with a 6:57 lap time. Update September 16, 2013, with the new 918 Spyder making its world debut at the 2013 Frankfurt Motor Show, Porsche decided to launch its initial online configurator today. For now, the configurator only allows you to change exterior and interior colors, and add a small amount of optional equipment, but it's still nice to see a variety of available colors. Update 2 October 2013, Porsche unveiled a new promo video above for the new 918 Spyder in that it explains the design concept behind the new supercar. Enjoy! Update November 18, 2013, shortly after the first 918 Spyder units were delivered, Porsche announced a series of improvements for the new electric supercar. With the new improvements, the model equipped with the Weissach package will go from 0 to 100 km per hour, 62 miles per hour in just 2.6 seconds, -0.2 seconds, from 0 to 200 km per hour, 124 miles per hour in 7.2 seconds, -0.5 seconds, and from 0 to 300 km per hour, 186 miles per hour in 19.9 seconds, -2.1 seconds. Also, when only the 2 electric motors run, the model goes from 0 to 100 km per hour, 62 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds, without producing any emissions. Update 4 December 2013, Porsche unveiled a new video showing its new 918 Spyder in action on the Valencia racetrack. Enjoy! Update December 13, 2013, Porsche unveiled today a new gallery for the new 918 Spyder showing for the first time the supercar in a different color than the usual gray. This time the car features a very cool yellow paint combined with lime green brake calipers. Updated February 27, 2014, Porsche unveiled a new video in which it explains the optional Weissach package that adds a series of carbon fiber components and makes the 918 Spyder about 90 pounds lighter. Updated April 14, 2014, Porsche unveiled a new video showing multi-time champion Patrick Long, Porsche Works driver behind the wheel of the new 918 Spyder. Enjoy!
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.